Our buried lead now, that's what we call stories we think are not getting sufficient attention. For more than 30 years, thousands of U.S. service members and their families stationed at the Marine Corps Camp Lejeune in North Carolina were exposed to contaminated water. As CNN's Nick Watt reports, veterans and family members, many of them now with cancer diagnoses potentially caused by this contamination, well, they're trying to hold the military accountable.
If you were stationed or working at Camp Lejeune,
you may be eligible for significant financial compensation.
Please give us a call.
You've probably seen the commercials. Lawyers lining up to help veterans in return for a slice of a potentially huge money pie. Huge because the water at this vast Marine base in North Carolina was contaminated over 30 plus years by an off-base dry cleaners, leaky storage tanks, and chemical dumping. 1953 to 1987. Potentially, how big is this?
Over 1 million people were likely exposed to this toxic water during that time period. And what does that mean in terms of damages? I mean, it's off the charts.
Greg Sexton's mum saw one of the commercials, their first inkling that Camp Lejeune's water might be to blame for what happened to him.
So I spent the summer there in 1977. I was 8 years old. I was spending time with my father, who was in the Marines. He was a sergeant in the Marines. When I was 17, I was diagnosed with what's called a Wilms tumor.
He had kidney cancer, one of the diseases now potentially linked to those chemicals in the water on the base. A base where Ann Johnson lived with her Marine sergeant dad, where she met her future husband in high school, where she gave birth in 1984.
They didn't bring her to you immediately, no?
They did not. I guess they were trying to prepare me for what she looked like.
Ann's baby, Jaquetta, lived just 7 weeks. Aged 18, Ann forced into an horrific decision to let her daughter go.
I looked at my husband and he just dropped his head, not knowing what to say. And so I looked up at the doctor and I said, just let her go.
Birth defects also now potentially linked to those chemicals in the water on the base. Here is the history. In 1980, tests found water is highly contaminated. In 1981, water highly contaminated with other chlorinated hydrocarbons, solvents. The most contaminated wells weren't closed for 4 years after further testing. In February 1985, PCE, a dry cleaning solvent, was measured at 43 times the current EPA limit for drinking water here in Tarawa Terrace, which houses enlisted men and their families. 2 months later, the base commander sent them all a letter. 2 of the wells that supply Tarawa Terrace have had to be taken offline because minute trace amounts of several organic chemicals have been detected in the water. No health warning, just a request to reduce domestic water use because supply was now limited. Apparently, a mass health warning didn't come until much later, 14 years later.
Certain areas, water was super contaminated. Other areas, it wasn't. The Marine Corps barracks, right? The Bachelor barracks, that was in the areas where the water was tainted.
Large sections of the base used by officers and enlisted alike were affected. Van Arsdale asked his 6,000 or so clients, what rank were you when you were exposed to the water at Camp Lejeune? 96.3% of respondents say they were enlisted. 3.7% were officers. Worth noting, there were always more enlisted men than officers on base. An act of Congress, passed in August, allows Marines and their kin to file civil claims.
Some simple acknowledgement would be my wish for everything moving forward.
The Navy has 6 months to process their claims.
They've received almost 5,000 claims as of today. They have not yet done anything about any of them.
Do you think any of the claims that you filed so far will actually be processed within the 6-month window?
As of today, I do not.
And if not, claims could end up in a courthouse in the Eastern District of North Carolina. But litigation could take years to even get inside a courthouse.
It really could. I think that they are too worried about how to defend themselves than focus on what they should be doing, and that's to make these lives better of the men and women who are suffering today.
Rather than it being me, that it could have been the water that I consumed, and the government could be responsible for what I went through. My ex-husband went on to remarry and have a couple of more children. and there was nothing wrong with them. Jaquetta had to be me because his other kids were fine, so it had to be me.
So for Ann Johnson to officially know it was the water, that would be a great comfort for her. Now, the Navy unit handling claims told me this. The initial step includes in-processing and initial evaluation. Currently, the Navy is primarily focused on this step. At this stage, no claims are fully adjudicated. The Department of Navy is committed to resolving all claims related to this matter in a fair, thorough, and timely manner. Now, the Marine Corps declined our request for an interview, but they told me this. We care deeply about our service members, veterans, civilian workforce, and families, including those who have experienced health issues they believe are related to their time in the service. The issue here is there are a lot of people right now who are sick who could use this money right now, not in 5 years' time when maybe they'll be dead.
They don't really care about the feelings of the Marine Corps. They need some help. Nick Watt, thank you so much.